Well, our state has a long history of sports, and now in 2015, the eyes of athletes are focused more and more on Denver. Matthew Payne, Executive Director of Denver Sports, is gearing up for an exciting summer of muscle and strength. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Why is everybody loving Denver? What's going on? Colorado has a huge draw now for athletes.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the same reason why we live here. It's Denver's got a great reputation for being one of the best sports cities in the country. You know, we're one of 2 cities that have 7 professional sport teams, which I know we hear about a lot, but it's really important to us.
It's true, yeah.
A passionate fan base is very important. So, you know, athletes like this city for a lot of the reasons why we do. Great weather and
altitude too. You have a great event going on this weekend. What's happening?
Yeah, this weekend, you know, you mentioned DU. They've got the Collegiate Sevens National Championships taking place this weekend. It's something we're really excited about. It's over 50 different institutions from around the country competing at DU for a couple of days. Different divisions competing for several national championships.
And then on June 27th and 28th, it's all about Confluence Park. What's happening there?
Yeah, the Greenway Foundation, their signature event is the South Platte River Fest. And so that's another 2-day event, which you see there on the picture. It's a lot of paddleboarding and
I learned that this week, earlier in the week on the show. I learned how to surf the river.
There you go. Yeah, it's actually really popular right now. But this is another good example of the reason why we're such an outdoor city. Events like this, so it's a really family-friendly event.
And then Matthew, over 4th of July weekend, you call it the Smaller Champions, Bigger Dreams. What is that?
Yeah, that's actually a first-time event for us. That's the Warrior World Series of Youth Lacrosse. And this is a really cool event, too, because it's U13 as far as the age of the kids for lacrosse. There's only 16 teams this year. It's the first year of the event. What they get to do is compete at Dick's Sporting Goods Park for some of the preliminary rounds and actually end up at Mile High to compete for the championship.
That's exciting.
What they're hoping is that this will be something like the Little League World Series, and they're looking at Denver every year, and that'll be another event that we'll probably be talking about for some time.
You also have a star-studded soccer event that's happening.
Yeah, you're talking about the MLS All-Star Game, and that's something that we've been working on for quite a few months with our good partners over there at Conky Sports and the Rapids. Their team's going to put on a really good show with the MLS, but that's going to be, you know, the all-stars of the MLS competing with the international team of Tottenham on July 29th. And they'll compete there at Dick's Sporting Goods Park and actually be about 4 days of different activations taking place downtown.
Man, I would think, gosh, your job would be so much fun, but you are busy. You have a lot going on that you have to take care of. Then it's the USA Pro Challenge in August. Why do you think people keep coming back for more with that?
Well, you know, again, the same reasons why we love this area so much. That event actually is so regarded because it's a difficult race. Some of the best athletes in the world are competing with that because the elevations on that sometimes are 2 miles high. So it's really one of the more difficult races you'll see in the world, and it's becoming probably the best cycling race in the country, and it's right here in Denver.
And
at least the finale will be in
yeah,
Denver.
that's what I was going to say. The big finale is downtown Denver, which is great for all the families to come out and watch.
That's a great thing that we get to do is host the finale. It is a family-friendly event, and again, it's world-class athletes that get to compete at that event. So it's something good for the family to come out and see. And again, they'll do the whole festival thing for for a few days there, so it's something good to watch.
Just announced Going for Gold in October.
Yeah, that was just announced. The organization of CONCACAF, which is the governing body of a lot of the national soccer teams here, kind of on the western side of the world, are going to be hosting Olympic qualifying matches, and it's a championship that'll take place at Dick's Sporting Goods Park first week of October. So we'll have 8 national teams show up and play. It'll be Mexico, Canada, and
that's
of course
awesome.
the U.S. So it's a spot to make the Olympics, and it'll be here in Denver.
A lot of Olympic athletes or future Olympic athletes train here because of the altitude.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it takes a little while to acclimate to our weather, but again, most people just love being in this area. The athletes from all levels. You've got the youth sports that love coming here because their families and the fans of the events like to come here because of the food and it's walkable.
And the weather, of course.
Very nice.
At least I think the weather here is great.
It's great. And I thought everybody was moving here because they just wanted guns like me, like this.
Right, look at that, right there.
That gun like that. That's why they were moving
That's why
here.
they're moving.
All right.
I'm with you.
You can get guns like that if you live here. This summer is all about super strength as the world's top athletes raise the competitive bar even more in Denver. You can see the full lineup online. Just go to this website. Go to visitdenver.com. That's visitdenver.com. That website also offers a wealth of information on events that's going on around the Mile High City. You can also follow all that's going on through Facebook, or you can do it on Twitter.